Okay, so listen, you do not need to be an expert when it comes to designing t-shirts to sell on Etsy. What's up, good people? Welcome and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Alex here, Defined by Alex, and in today's video, I want to share with you how you can design best-selling t-shirts to sell on Etsy using a platform called Kittl. Kittl is an amazing beginner-friendly platform where you can create designs all for free with no design experience required, and then use those designs to sell on Etsy. This is such a great platform if you want to start selling t-shirts or any type of product, specifically with the print-on-demand method as well. So now what I'm about to do is go ahead and hop into my computer, show you how to research for best-selling t-shirts on Etsy, and then use Kittl to design those. Let's get started. Okay, so now I'm in Etsy. Fun fact, I actually do my research in an incognito or a private browser. That way I can always have a fresh queue when it comes to doing my research. So as you guys see here, I pretty much typed in women's hiking shirts and I filtered it by top customer reviews. This is how I start to see what are really good bestsellers that I can recreate, so that way I can have a bestseller as well. Now the key with Etsy is you never ever want to copy anyone else's design, but it's okay to find inspiration to make it your own, okay? So that's what I do, getting started, doing my research. The key to Etsy's success, honestly, is doing a lot of research, okay? So before you do anything else, before you get to designing, make sure you do your research so that way you're set up for success. So I already have a t-shirt open in this next tab, right? And so I pretty much just picked out what stands out the most about this t-shirt. I think it's so cool to see bestsellers in the most simple designs. So this design, honestly, you have mountain graphics, you have what looks like a moon and some stars, and then you have like some trees, bears, really giving that visualization of camping, outdoors, hiking lovers, etc., etc. Okay, so that's what I do when it comes to how I find bestsellers, what stands out to me. And now I want to go ahead and recreate a design similar to this in Kittl. Okay, so now I'm in Kittl, and again, I believe that this platform is super user friendly, and I'm going to show you guys here today exactly what I mean. So I've logged into Kittl. It is free to join. It is also free to use as well, and you guys are going to see how I'm going to recreate this design here that I just showed you on Etsy. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to new project, and now I have a clean canvas to do whatever it is that I want, right? So on the left hand side here, you have your button menu for your projects, designs, text, elements. You can even upload something if you created it on a different platform into Kittl. You can add photos, and then you have your texture panel as well. So I'm going to go ahead and navigate to elements because I want to use graphics as well, similar to that design I just showed you guys that's a bestseller on Etsy. So under elements, I'm going to navigate to illustrations here. Now they have so many illustrations that you guys can choose from. If you want to go ahead and play around with it, I strongly encourage you to do that because you're going to find so much value in, graphics, in, fonts and things like that that you don't have to create yourself. So what stood out to me was the outdoor pictograms when it came to the graphics that I'm thinking about. Since I'm going into like the camping and outdoors niche, I want to see what are the best type of graphics to use for my own t-shirts or products, etc. So this stood out to me right here, kind of like this, I don't even know what it's called, to be honest with you. I just really like it. I think that it stands out. It caught my eye, and so I feel like it's also going to catch a buyer's eye too. So what I'm going to do is just use this graphic here, and it's super easy to use as well. You guys see I'm just pretty much dragging it to just increase the size or whatever, so that way it stands out the most. This is going to be like my first layer design when it comes to creating the graphic that I want to recreate. I can go over here to my right hand panel under object settings and change the object color. They give you a lot of options. I can create a border and also just increase that if I wanted that border to be the same color, and then I go ahead and increase that border weight over here to the farther right. I'm going to leave that alone for now, right? But if I wanted to play around with it, I have so many options. So moving on to, of course, making this graphic look like something else, right? I want to also see what else I can add when it comes to designing. So I really like how they have like the mountain pictures, so you can really give your customers like that sense of they see themselves wearing this shirt because of this hiking lifestyle. So I really like this one. This one stands out to me. I like how it's bold, but yet it gives like a silhouette to the mountains and a trail and trees. It gives you a lot of options here in just one design, okay? Again, I'm not making this. You guys are seeing how I'm literally just grabbing these designs, putting them on my canvas, and then just adjusting them accordingly to how I feel like they're gonna fit on a t-shirt, okay? So I'm just dragging that, just making sure it looks good, checking my work, and I think that looks pretty good, okay? So then what I do next, I wanna find like an eagle or some type of bird or animal. And what do? It's right there next to the mountain. So all I have to do is click that, place that also here on my canvas, adjust that size, and just really, again, just put out that vision for my buyers who love hiking, who loves outdoors. Just put them in the place of, oh, I see this a lot when I'm on a trail, when I'm camping, and things like that. The big thing about selling t-shirts, especially when it comes to a specific niche, you have to make the customer feel like they're in that shirt. So paint that picture of their lifestyle. So I thought this was a really great idea, just to recreate, you know, hiking, outdoor style t-shirts and things like that for people who really like outdoors, camping, camp life, you name it. So what I'm gonna do here is just match the color of the bird like it is with the mountains. So I'm gonna go over here to my object color, and what I like is that they already have like my document palette already set up for me, so I don't have to go find this color. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that green, and boom, you pretty much have a design. And if you guys just pull this apart, it's literally 3 graphics that I just used to make one design that can be a potential bestseller for the hiking niche, right, to sell on Etsy. So I pretty much am happy with this. I think this is great. If I wanted to go in here and make it more funkier, I can add textures to it. I can get so creative. And again, I don't have any design experience, you guys. Yes, I've taught myself, but honestly, I just learned as I go, okay? I'm no professional, and that's why I really love this platform, because Kittl is really changing the game for people just freshly out the gate, no design skills, to really create compelling designs that can be bestsellers, okay? So I'm gonna delete that texture, and so this is what I ended up with. Now, what I'm gonna do here is kind of just group them all together just with my mouse, group these objects together. I'm gonna right click here, and then you have more options to, you know, just to play with when it comes to your canvas. So I'm gonna go ahead and group this object, all of these together, to make it one whole piece, and I can just adjust it accordingly, and all is well. So if you guys really see how easy that was, it didn't take me no time at all, okay? Super effortless. And that's another thing too. When creating designs, I think that it's okay that designs are made easy, because if you're efficient and you do your research, then you could just create designs like that, and you can create more listings. More listings equals more traffic, which can also means more sales for you. So once I'm done with this design, I can go over here to this download button, click download. I know I want this to be a PNG file, so I can place it on my mockups for my print on demand store. I'm going to remove the background. I want to optimize the quality just so there's no type of distortion when it comes to downloading, and it just comes out very clear and crisp. I want to do that as well. Optimize that quality. One thing I also do before I download it, I increase the DPI, because again, I want it to be a very high quality image when it comes to creating my mock-up. So I personally use 300 as a DPI. I've always used that. I think that it just transfers so well when it comes to the direct to garment method when you're using print on demand. So a good rule of thumb when you're using platforms like Kittl, always increase the DPI so that way your image can come out perfectly and you have no issues when it comes to printing on your t-shirt. So now that I'm done here, I'm gonna go ahead and click PNG, let that download, and I'm all done. All right, good people, so that is it. Do you see how easy it was for me to recreate a bestseller and put it on my Etsy shop? I love the fact that Kittl provides so many options for you to use as far as graphics, fonts, textures, and everything else. And even if you don't want to sell t-shirts, you can sell mugs, posters, anything that you put your mind to when it comes to having a print on demand store on Etsy. You don't have to feel intimidated with buying the most advanced software for graphic design, and you don't have to pay anybody. All you have have to do is sign up, in which I'll leave the link down below for you, so that way you can get started with designing bestsellers on Etsy today. Remember, the key to Etsy success is doing your research, okay? So do your due diligence. Make sure you're identifying what products and what type of graphics are selling when it comes to selling on Etsy. So shout out to Kittl for partnering today with me in this video. I really appreciate it, you guys. If you guys want to sign up, again, the link is down below in my description box. But if you guys like this video, don't forget to like it for me, subscribe if you're liking the vibe, and as always, don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and always choose yourself first, and I'll be back in my next video. Bye, y'all.